I own a law firm, the Sheff Law Offices, but this year I've really been devoting my time and efforts to being the president of the Massachusetts Bar Association. I'm very proud of that role.
So how do you earn that role?
Well, you work your way up through the officer chairs. Really, it's a matter of being selected by your peers. I think if you practice in a way that accords with the mores and the values of the Mass Bar Association, which has a very rich history. It's actually going on its 104th year. An organization started by Oliver Wendell Holmes and Louis Brandeis for an organization that really represents inclusivity. It started by these folks to include those who were excluded from the bar at the time, like women and minorities and certain religious groups. If you believe in those values, then that's sort of a threshold, a step for becoming an officer and ultimately the president of the Massachusetts Bar Association.
Is it, I don't want to create too many, is it a political position or is it a hydrant position? You know what I mean by a hydrant?
No, why don't you explain?
I'll try to keep it clean, that every dog wants to lift their leg on you. I mean, I would think, being in the midst of every lawyer in the state could be potentially a political position, but also a fair amount of conflict too. You have to take positions.
I would amend that. I would call it a collaborative position. Sure, I think it's kind of like becoming a judge in a way. My practice, I do wrongful death and serious injury cases, for example. Now I'm forced to learn what the issues are with respect to real estate lawyers and tax lawyers and criminal lawyers and probate lawyers and all sorts.
In terms of billing practices and client advocacy?
Well, some of that, but really in terms of their issues, the cases that come down. As you say, yes, politics is involved. When a law comes out that affects a group, it becomes our issue. They turn to the Massachusetts Bar Association. These 60,000 lawyers in Massachusetts turn to the Massachusetts Bar Association. But it's also a labor of love because what folks, I know there's a lot of joking about attorneys, and some of those are funny and some of them to me aren't, but what
Not
folks...
to the clients, we only say it to relieve ourselves.
Yes, but really what people should know is that the average attorney gives an average of 56 hours of pro bono time, free services back to the community. When you do the math, our 60,000 lawyers in Massachusetts are actually giving back free services to those less fortunate, 1,000 years of free work every year. And I just guess I would challenge any other profession, the medical profession, folks who do the financial, where else does that happen?
I do free work and no one tells me to.